Guys, on today's special edition of War Week Boxing, we sit down with Mantequilla, Adam Lopez, and get his thoughts on, this past Saturday night's pay-per-view between Canelo and Berlanga. And we see what he thinks of what's next for both competing fighters.
W.A.W presents Big Time Boxing USA on W.A.W Radio.
Guys, welcome. Happy Monday evening to all of you guys. And I tell you what, as a special treat, we're sitting down with our dear friend, former prize fighter, now prolific trainer, the incomparable Adam Mantequilla Lopez. Adam, how art thou, sir?
What's going on, guys? We're ready to talk boxing with y'all.
Well, I tell you what, man. Everyone now, I went on this rant last night, so everyone already knows how I feel about things. But I'm curious to get your takeaways, because we really haven't talked in great length about this past Saturday night's pay-per-view, in which Canelo Alvarez, as expected, had an easy time at the office. At least that's the way it would seem, but it's never that way in the ring, is it, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was an easy win for him, but then looking at it from a different point of view, you go, is he really that guy anymore?
Wow, so what makes you say that?
I mean, on paper and kind of by the eye test, everybody knows that Berlanga is his weakest opponent in a long time. John Ryder should have been the weakest opponent, but John Ryder has a lot more experience than Berlanga, and Berlanga went all 12 with him after getting dropped in the third round. Which usually, if you get dropped by Canelo, he's getting you out of there. There's a good chance you're getting out of there, like either in that round or the next round, or the following rounds that come after. He went all 12 with him, and I don't know if it's Canelo can't pull the trigger anymore. He gets a drop and he can catch you with a good punch, but I don't know if the killer instinct's there or if he is that guy anymore. Because I mean, his last 6 fights all went the distance.
Wow. Well, look, and it almost seems to be. I mean, look, it almost seems to be like, when you look at John Ryder, he hurt him badly. I think it was the 5th, dropped him, looked like he tried to get him out of there. But John Ryder, being as tough and as crafty as he is, once again, you say what you want about the gorilla, but this is a guy who's a tough individual was learning on the job and really earned that spot as his mandatory challenger for the WBO.
Yeah.
Or the WBA. I forget which one. It doesn't really matter. But and he got busted up. And then Jaime Munguia, he dropped him, I think around the same time, around the 5th. And then
Early?
afterward, yeah, and then afterward, a
Couldn't
lot
get
of
him up.
people, including our dear friend Robert Garcia, accused him of, carrying Jaime Munguia for the rest of the fight. And then when you look at this, drops him in the third. And Adam, I don't know if he carried him, but I just didn't see that urgency that we used to see from Canelo Alvarez when facing guys like Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. Um, I just didn't see it. Do you think that's a product of him slipping or him merely being content and taking what his opponents give him?
No, because I mean, it's got to be who doesn't want to have an early night? Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to take a day? Who doesn't want a half day at work? Who doesn't want that? And it just makes him look that much more spectacular. Falcons just scored. Good job. Anyways, it anyways, it's just who doesn't want a half day at work? And if he knocks him out, and he knocks out everybody else like Munguia, John Ryder, and he stops everybody, he's by far the biggest, the still the pound for pound number one in boxing. He takes everybody out, and he hasn't done that in the last 6 fights. And Munguia is a strong guy. Let's look at
Yep.
it. He is huge. He's a huge dude, and Canelo dropped him. That's how much power Canelo has, and he dropped him. He couldn't get him out of there. If you look at Munguia and you see Canelo couldn't stop him, you go, I understand. The guy's like 190 coming in, and
Yep.
you couldn't get him out of there. Yeah, but you dropped him. You know what? You're still a monster. And then Berlanga, who isn't as experienced and probably is not as good as Munguia. I think Munguia knocks out Berlanga. Um, he dropped him with that vicious left hook, set it
Yep.
up
It's
perfectly.
beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, beautiful. He was changing levels, set him up beautifully. He got him to bite on that jab, threw a hook off it, dropped him, and he just couldn't follow up. And I don't think he landed. He may have landed a couple big shots after that, but it didn't rock him. It didn't rock him like it is to. And I want to say I don't know if he's losing a step because his defense and everything is there, but the killer instinct and that mean streak isn't there anymore, or it's going away. I mean, if I saw it for sure, like after the Munguia fight, I didn't say his killer instinct's not there anymore because he dropped him. Munguia is huge, a giant, but after this, the B level opponent that Berlanga is going against Canelo, and he couldn't get him out of there. The weakest opponent that Canelo's had for a longest time, and he still couldn't get him out of there. That's what gave me the idea. Yo, I don't think he can pull the trigger no more. And then you telling me that Robert Garcia said the same thing, that he was carrying Munguia. That just shows like one of the best trainers on the planet says the same thing that I saw. I just saw it a fight later.
Well, look, and I took great exception to this, and I want to hear what you have to say about this. What are your thoughts on everyone giving Edgar Berlanga a big pat on the back? Good job, buddy. For going the distance with Canelo Alvarez. And I just didn't see any sense of urgency of him trying to win the fight. I saw him claiming that moral victory, if there is such a thing in boxing, and making it to the final bell, kissing Canelo's freckled ass afterwards, saying that, oh, he's my idol. And you know what? I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see this. Like, dude, where's the drama? That's what I said last night. And I'm like, what's going on here? Are we giving out participation ribbons now? Dude, what are your thoughts on everyone seemingly giving Edgar Berlanga credit for merely going the distance with Canelo Alvarez?
I mean, there is such a thing as moral victories. I mean, if you go 12 rounds with Mike Tyson in the 90s, that's a moral victory. Okay, same thing with Canelo too, man. I mean, everybody wrote off fucking Berlanga was plus 1,000 in this fight. Betting odds at him is plus 1,000. So he was gonna lose the fight. Going the distance, it helped him out because guess what? He gained 10 fights worth of experience. All the experience shit that I was talking about, like he has no experience compared to Canelo. He got 10 fights worth of experience fighting Canelo and going the distance with them. I get the fact that we want drama. We want a guy that's going to fight. But then at the end of the day, if you fight and you get knocked out, your stock goes down. You're not going to get the big fights. We are who we thought we are. Dennis Green over here. We are who we thought we are. So that
Oh,
happened.
the late Dennis Green. God
Yeah,
bless
Dennis
him.
Green. And then his stock goes down. He's not going to get the big fights. Dude, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a fight with fucking Caleb Plant or McCombie next. He's going to get another big payday, and that his stock went up. He got the experience. He lost to one of the best guys pound for pound in boxing. He got 12 rounds of experience. He got another payday coming with either Caleb Plant or McCombie or somebody else.
Look, like Adam, I respect all that, but I don't care.
See?
I don't care about any of that, brother. Who cares? Like, I'm not his manager. I don't care about any of that stuff. You're on the biggest platform of boxing. Mm-hmm. You're on center stage, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, man. Thumbs up. Now you get a fight with Magumby. Dude, it's Gumby, damn it. No, I don't care about any of that stuff. And I don't think fans do either. The only people who seem to be patting Berlanga on the back are Canelo fans. Oh, well, he brought it, man. Oh, well, he was a lot tougher than I enjoyed it, man. No. I don't care about that stuff. Dude, if you want this fight and you want big assignments, then show me something. Like let's take Gustavo Lemos, okay? For instance. Now he's got a big fight coming up, right?
Yeah.
Let's take Gustavo Lemos.
Okay.
Look at his losing effort against Richardson Hitchens. Now that was an effort that, you know what? Even in loss, and that was debatable. I thought he got jobbed on the scorecards. But look, I want to see him fight again. That was awesome. That was an amazing effort. I can't wait to see him again. Caleb Plant in his stoppage victory over Trevor Magumby. I want to see him again.
You want to see
Edgar Berlanga? I'm sorry, what?
Caleb Plant or Trevor Magumby?
No, Caleb Plant. I don't care about Trevor Magumby. Honestly, dude, he looks slow. It's like, dude, I don't care. Who's he gonna fight? And that was valiant. Hey, man, you get an E for effort. Mm-hmm. But I don't care. He did nothing for me to say I can't wait to see him fight again. That's the difference. Gustavo Lemos, dude, he was on that ass from start to finish, and he made it a great, dramatic fight. That he looked like he wanted to win that fight.
Yes, I get
that. I can't say the same for Magumby or Berlanga. In my opinion, I don't think Berlanga deserves another big fight. He's got to show me something that he wants to let his balls hang in the center of the ring. He wants to win. I didn't see anything like that, man. And I'm not his manager. I'm not getting 10%. So why should I care?
You shouldn't care, and I get the reasoning, but like the thing about it is what you just said, and I can make a good rebuttal.
Well, good,
so you bring up you bring up Lemos, going against a valiant effort against Richardson Hitchens, and the thing I thought of as soon as you said that was, who the fuck is Lemos and who the fuck is Richardson Hitchens compared to Canelo?
Who the fuck was Berlanga before this?
And compared to Canelo, that's not a tough assignment. I mean, the Lemos should go in there and try to fuck up Richardson Hitchens because Richardson Hitchens is kind of unproven as is. So, but you're going against the best pound for pound fighter on the planet, 12 rounds is pretty good for a guy that was supposed to get knocked out. Let's look at that.
No. Look. If you're saying that, well, it's considerably better than Charlo.
Oh yeah, Charlo.
But is that saying a damn thing?
I mean,
because in my mind and in my eyes, it looked very similar. After that knockdown, did you see Berlanga take any risks in the ring? No, he didn't. He looked like he conceded to defeat. That's what I'm saying. Dude, you're on pay-per-view. You're on the biggest stage of boxing.
And you want him to get knocked out on the biggest stage in boxing.
You know what? I want him to try.
But
if he gets knocked out in the process, so be it. That's part of the game. That's what you signed up for. That's what you're making a career high payday for.
Yeah, but in the long run, is it really going to help him?
That's not my problem, and that's not yours either.
It's not, but it's logically what you're going to think. Is it going to help him? If I thought, okay, I'm going to retire, might as well go out on my shield and go out with the bang, then okay, then it's not going to fucking help me. But you get knocked out on pay-per-view, you become... So
you're telling me what... Okay, hold on, Adam. So you're telling me what he was thinking during the fight, and we should be sympathetic for that. That's bullshit.
I'm not saying to be sympathetic.
Then what are you saying, my friend?
I'm saying you have to at least understand. I'm not saying that you. I'm not saying
this is a sport of understanding. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, my friend. I need to be more understanding when analyzing these things. I'm sorry. How silly of me.
Understand, dude. I mean, you're playing with. Let's say he does go for it and he gets knocked out and he gets put in a coma. Are you going to be like...
No, dude, no. You're talking one extreme to another. That's absurd.
It's the same thing. He has the possibility of getting really, really hurt. Am I right?
And that's what he signed up for, and that's why he's making $5 million Rock, guaranteed.
Yeah, but what's $5 million Rock when you're in a coma?
Okay, so when's the last time Canelo's put anyone in a coma?
I mean, Amir Khan got close to it. That's what I'm saying.
Look, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. I have much more respect. Look, all I'm saying is this. And you know what? Don't use that argument here, brother. That's just terrible. So you can always cite Pritchard Cologne to anyone that judge. Look, that's what you sign up for. That's why you supposedly get paid the big bucks. But no, he went on defensive mode. And I don't care to see that on the biggest stage of boxing. Once again, last night, I brought up Fernando Vargas versus Felix Trinidad. That was a guy who got knocked down, hurt in the first round. He comes back and he tries to win, makes a fight. He didn't get in a defensive shell and say, oh, you know what? This is going to make me look bad if I don't get into a defensive shell and I actually try to win. No, quite the contrary. Because of that effort, because of that gallant effort, even though he got stopped, we wanted to see him fight De La Hoya. And he got that big fight, and he got knocked out. And you know what? That's a part of the game, but we wanted to see it. I don't see where there's any demand as a result of this participation ribbon effort. I don't see anyone. Oh, I can't wait to see Edgar Berlanga next. No, I don't care, and I don't want to see him.
No one's going to want to see him, but big fights are going to be made because guess what? He went the distance.
Oh, Chingao.
I'm telling you, this is how it happens. Rick would say the same thing. Rick would be like, yeah, Rick Glazer. Rick would say the same thing. He's like, well, yeah, he fucking sucked, but he's probably going to get another fight.
Yeah, I tell you what, dude, you guys have gotten soft. What the hell is wrong with you people?
I'm not in the business. I'm not in the business. I want to see people that I don't like get hurt really bad. But I mean,
no, I didn't say, dude, I didn't say anything about getting hurt really bad.
But I like, if I don't like you, I'm like, dude, he's a pussy. He should have fucking fought. I don't really like Edgar Berlanga, but I'm indifferent about him.
Dude, this has nothing to do with liking or disliking anyone. This has everything to do with the health of the sport.
I'm saying my personal opinion. Like I don't like I wouldn't want to be like, oh well, you gotta fucking fight, blah 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 blah. I'd just be like, dude, I don't give a fuck really. I see it from your point of view. Like, okay, you went the 12 distance. All right, dude, you're kind of smart. That was probably the better decision. But I mean, you're still kind of a fucking clown. But other than that, like, I understand where he's coming from. I understand where I know exactly where you're coming from. And you got to let these guys we don't have great HBO fights anymore. We don't have that level of dramatic level of
Yeah, look,
Trinidad
guys.
getting knocked
Yeah,
down.
Adam, and that's absolutely right. And guys,
Yeah,
once again, before anyone labels me as a hater, right?
yeah.
I have one bias and one bias only. If it's good for the health of the sport, I'm on board. If it's not good for the health of the sport, I am wholeheartedly against it. And that kind of effort for $90 is not good for the health of the sport. Now, for Canelo fans, oh man, they love to see that. No risk, no drama. Oh, that was an easy day at the office. Hey man, we'll take that all day long. But that's not good for the health of the sport. That's good for Canelo fans, sure. Like Anthony Joshua fans. What kind of fight do you think they want to see on Saturday at Wembley Stadium? What kind of fight do you think they want to see? What kind of fight do you think Vladimir Klitschko fans wanted to see? Oh man, we love it when he does the Huggy Bear routine. We want to see him jab, grab, punch, grab, and then eventually knock his opponent out. We love that. Is that good for the health of the sport? No. So guys, that's the only place that I'm coming from. I'm not thinking of anything else. And oh, well, you know what? That was a smart move. You know what? Fine. Give him another fight with Trevor Magumby because that's all he deserves. Does he deserve a fight with Caleb Plant? No, I don't want to see it.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
They don't like each other. That's the reason why I don't want to see it.
Well,
the
dude,
drama leading up to it and all the
stand
slaps.
Stand in line because no one gets along well with Caleb Plant.
I like Caleb Plant. Me and him got along very well. He was my roommate. Yeah.
Well, I can't imagine anyone not getting along with you, Adam.
Very likable.
So there it is. Look. So let's say hello to our dear friends in the chat before I get flogged with a cane because I'm being overtly critical on poor Edgar Berlanga. Oh, give him a break, guys. Shit. Okay, Boxing for Life. He says there's fake pay-per-view numbers going around. I wonder when they will look. And yeah, you got it right, Boxing for Life. You're a smart guy. Now, I can tell you right now, not even my guy who works for Foxtel International has any numbers at all, right? Because you've got so many different revenue streams, right? You've got pay-per-view directly from Amazon Prime. You've got available from cable and satellite distributors. And then you've got a revenue stream from DAZN. There's no way in Hades that they could be available this soon on Monday. It's someone trying to generate clicks. That's all it is. Now, as far as the live gate, it doesn't take a mental genius to figure that one out. Just look at the attendance, and that was guaranteed over a $20 million live gate. But just from the crowd at Dave & Buster's, now that's always my litmus test. And if it's packed to the rafters there, which it was, then I would I guessed last night it's probably over 750,000. Right? Probably over 750,000, approaching a million. I'm assuming that I can assume from that, and it's very seldom ever off, right? I can assume from that it's probably close to that. Right? I'm sure it did better than the Munguia fight. Because, yeah, it was packed to the rafters. But other than that, we have no way of knowing just yet, guys. But I guarantee you, We will have the numbers here before everyone else. God bless you, Boxing for Life. Thank you for joining us. Alberto, welcome to the show, sir. Yeah, we get a back-to-back show. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you for joining us, my friend. And Alberto also says, Adam finally recovered. I guess the Miller Lights were flying on Saturday night, I bet. Yeah. Didn't you get a keg, Adam?
No, that was the original plan. So, all right. So we had two screens going on, two projectors actually. So we had the Canelo fight, which we bought, and then we had the USC fight that we were illegally streaming. I won't give my money to that. And then we were thinking about getting a keg, but they just got a freezer instead. But we were gonna
Oh,
charge
hey, man.
$5 a cup. Come watch the fights, and get the keg going. But I think it would have been too much madness with the keg. Plus, it was humid. It was
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, I'll bet, man. I'll bet. Well, and Alberto says, I agree, Adam. Canelo can't find that next gear anymore to get guys out of there. I think you're spot on. And there it is. And there it is. Want to thank you for joining us, Alberto. El Pinche, OG. Salute to you, my friend. And Anthony Manzano says, Joe, can you understand why media and fans are mad at Canelo for being selective? I've always said this. He earned the right to do that. He's being smart and he doesn't want to be taking punishment. Look, he can fight whomever he wants. Does that mean I have to like it? No. But look, as long as his fans continue to purchase his events and all market indicators, well, they point to a very successful event. So if you didn't like him choosing Berlanga, well, so sad. Get used to it. You're right. He's earned that right. And as long as people continue to pay for it, he's going to do it. And you may not like it, but you better learn to love it because that's the way it is. And Anthony says, at least Edgar went the distance. Why does everyone keep saying that? At least he went the distance. Unlike Charlo, who basically laid down the whole fight and didn't put up a semblance of a defense against Canelo. That's all he was doing. He was using lateral movement. And he just wanted to stay out of harm's way. Edgar Berlanga, look, he may have not just gotten into the turtle shell defense, but yeah, I didn't see him trying to win the fight. And that's what I'm talking about. And El Pincha says, yeah, going 12 rounds with Canelo is no easy task. Well, look, any assignment, and Adam will tell you this, any assignment on the world-class stage is not easy, is no easy task. That's not what I'm saying, guys. Once again, just getting in the ring, period, is no easy task. Now, Adam, talk about that. You have to be a special individual to lace up the gloves, put 8 or 10 ounces on, and get in there with a guy who's trying to take your head off. That's not easy. That's not what I'm saying, guys. Adam, what kind of individual do you have to be to lace up the gloves and get in the ring? And that's your concept of bettering yourself.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, there's just, like, so many aspects of, like, somebody that wants to do that. To be honest, like, you got to look at just, like, upbringing has a lot to do with that. An internal struggle, an environment. Like, there's so many different things that you have to look that creates a fighter. That's why, like, everybody says it's it's the sport of the poor. So I mean, you struggle, every hardship and shit like that. Like, there's also a thing that I forgot where it came from, but they were doing studies about the different generations of fighters and the different eras and shit. And like in the 20s and 30s, there was a lot of Jewish fighters, uh, and because they were going through persecution and the Holocaust and shit like that. And so it depends on, like, the class of person that is going through rough times right now, and those are usually when those are the fighters that come up. So, like, you have a ton of Mexican fighters, a ton of black fighters. They're always in hardship. Um, the white fighters are more the English. The Ukrainians, Ukrainians and the Eastern European bloc. That's just that's a rough lifestyle. They embrace that. But I mean, the UK, that's just tradition. They love it. And then you got everybody here. So, I mean, it takes a lot to get in the ring. I mean, I can go on for days about it. But I mean, like, that's the thing in like a nutshell. It's more of something like a personal fight than anything.
You know what? That's very insightful, Adam, and I love it, man. But I'm going to quote Marvin Hagler right now. It's tough to get at, and this is why I have so much respect for Canelo Alvarez. You know, say what you want about him, criticize his path of progress as of late, but he's a winner, and he's a tough, mentally and physically tough man. Because I'm going to quote Marvin Hagler right now. It's tough to get out of bed to do road work at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. And that's exactly what Canelo always does when he, you know, even at weigh-ins, he'll show up in silk pajamas with Dolce & Gabbana on it. But he's always in shape, and he always prepares for the best possible opponent, right? And you can't take that away from him. But his opponents as of late, and I'm sick to death of seeing it. I don't care about moral victories. I want to see some drama, damn it. I want to see him fight someone who there's a risk of him actually losing to. I don't care about any of that other stuff. And El Pinche answers and he says, yeah, you don't care, but we do. Yeah. Once again, you can always point out the Canelo fans, because I don't see any valiant effort in just trying to survive. I don't. Especially not when you're taking risks. What the hell are you getting paid for then? Adam, because you and I both know guys who would step in the ring and go all out for a fraction of what Berlanga got paid to do. That's my point.
Yeah,
you and I both know if you gave one of our buddies $50,000, not $5 million, oh man, they would let it all out and they'd say, hey, you know what? They picked on the wrong guy. Canelo picked on the wrong guy. I don't care if anyone doesn't know who I am. I don't care if I'm ranked number 500 in the world. I'm going to show everyone, and this is my opportunity to shine. And I'm going to let it all hang out, and I don't care what happens. I just made $50,000. You and I both know guys of that mindset. And that's not the mindset that Berlanga had after making a guaranteed $5 million, in my opinion. To rectify this, they should be fighting on a percentage rather than a guarantee from this point forward. And if you're going to make a guarantee, maybe not that high, because it's taking all of the incentive out of giving it your all in the center of the ring. And that's what the fans ultimately pay for. Like, what the hell are we paying for now then?
The UFC model. You get a base and then you get a bonus.
That's what I'm saying. And he was content getting $5 million. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he never had that kind of hunger ever again, because it happens sometimes. That's what happens to the American fighter.
That New York tax rate? Nah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to come back with something else, dude. Come on, he's gonna have to move to Texas.
And Adam Hurley, welcome to the show, sir. He says, Anthony, you said Canelo's earned the right to be selective, but he's been pretty much selective his whole career. Who is he beaten, really? Oh, come on. Don't say that, Adam. Dude, who's he beaten, really? Who's Canelo beaten? A lot of really good fighters, guys.
Not Triple
Have
G.
we forgotten that? Like, come on. Like, look. And this is why I say it's very easy it's very easy to spot someone who's being objective in this entire thing. Like I said, my only bias is the health of the sport. But if you're being objective and looking at Canelo's career, he beat Erislandy Lara. He beat Austin Trout. Dude, he's beaten a lot of good fighters. He beat Miguel Cotto.
Yeah.
He beat Billy Joe Saunders. He beat Danny Jacobs. He beat Sergey Kovalev. He beat Callum Smith. He beat Caleb Plant. Come on, guys. Like, have you forgotten all of that already? He beat the brakes off of James Kirkland. He beat Gennady Golovkin.
No, I would take that. No, he did not. Both.
Okay.
One and two. He 1 and 2. Triple G won that. Third one, he's already over the hill. He kicked the shit out of.
Okay. So wait a minute. How did you see his trilogy then with Triple G? How would you have scored it if you were one of the judges at ringside and just say win, lose, or win, lose, win, or win, tie, whatever?
Oh, dude, the first one for sure. Triple G won, and
I agree.
The one thing that pisses me off about the second one, which
I scored it a draw.
The one thing that pissed me off about the second one, which is insane, is that Canelo fans will swear up and down that no, he won the first fight because he won the first fight. I go, okay. Or no, they'll score a draw. They'll be like, no, it was a draw. And then Canelo goes in, like, he stands his ground just a little bit. He stands his ground a little bit and goes towards Triple G. And they go, oh, yeah. See, Canelo went to Triple G. He went to Triple G. He went Mexican style. And you go, okay, so with your logic, what you were saying is to win a fight, you have to come forward. It's like, okay, then please admit to me that Triple G won the first fight then. If that's your logic, because Triple G went forward, correct? And they just go, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're so retarded for this man. But I mean, I'll admit, Canelo's a once in a lifetime fighter, once in a generational. I don't know about lifetime.
He is once in a generational talent.
And I will give him his props of being a great fighter. I don't really like him as a person because of Ulysses Solis. The fight they had, I don't like that. I think that's kind of gay. But the logic between some Canelo fans and the whole coming forward shit, the Mexican style shit, is just like, you didn't see that coming. Like, are you okay? So you're admitting that going forward wins the fight. Then at least admit Triple G won the first one. No, I can't admit that. Then, dude, get his cock out of your mouth, dude. But I mean, Canelo ran over Triple G in the third one, but you wait like 6 years to have the third fight. It's like, what did you expect was going to happen? And that was probably doing Triple G more of a favor than anything because it gave him his last payday before he bounced.
Well, El Pinche OG says, valiant effort by Berlanga. Joseph going overboard. I don't think so. But anyway, that's just my opinion. And I respect yours as well, man. And that's why we're on this show. Adam Hurley says Kovalev really turned out to be nothing special anyways, Anthony. Look, I don't even know what's going on there. Hold on, let me read why he said that. Adam, it's not Canelo's fault that Sergey Kovalev was being irresponsible and drinking before the fight. Look, I'm just gonna leave that alone, guys. That's for you guys in the chat. God bless all of you. And El Pinche. Adam went with the coma argument.
Bro, I'm trying.
Exactly, brother. Thank you, OG.
I said I have to rebuttal. I have to go with that. I have to say, well, you trying to get this man hurt? I was like, I'm trying to rebuttal.
Yeah, this is not the hurt business. You're right. Dude, this is what you sign up for, and this is why you get paid that much money. Is that not why you're demanding that much money? Like, I'm sick to death of guys. Look, and I know you're buddies with Shakur, but I'm sick to death of guys in this country. And you never heard this argument from guys in the past. Oh, we risk our lives in the ring. And, and then you go in there and stink out the joint and don't throw any punches. You know what? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm risking my health more driving to the damn arena, facing traffic. And I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. So don't use that argument. I'm sick to you can always tell when a guy's going to stink out the joint when he uses that argument. Oh, boy, here we go. Yeah, so that's why I cannot stand that argument. Wait a minute. You mean we're not risking our health driving to the arena? Do we risk our health every single day? Where's your bleeding heart for me? And there. I tell you what, Adam Lopez risks his health every single day with those damn Dobermans and dogs. And
Man, fuck them dogs. They can't get me, dude.
I tell you what, God bless you, Adam.
There are tricks to dealing with dogs, and you'd probably be amazed by it.
I tell you what, brother, honestly, you've got a very tough job. I couldn't do it with my old ass. No way. No way. Oh, there it is. Yeah, my brother JR. Joe, would you feel that the estimate that you gave is surprising? Actually, after experiencing what I did on Saturday, no. In fact, I said it last night when you were on the show with me. And thank you, JR, for coming and chopping it up with me last night in that late night venture on World Week Boxing. But it'll beat you. Appalachian eyes. Yep, dude. Caleb Plant has those crazy ass Appalachian eyes like he just walked off the set of Moonshiners. Doesn't he? Oh, Chingao. Here's a question, though. And JR is always insightful. We love his journalistic brain. Says, here's a question, though. What fighter has fought the best every fight? None. Zero. Now, once again, this is and this is very unrealistic because you're not always look, it takes, and this is what fans don't understand. It takes a long time to build up the demand for a specific matchup. And this is why Canelo's getting so much grief right now for not fighting Benavidez, because we don't get these every year. And so when the fans start banging the drum and want to see a matchup, damn it, we need to see it. And so that perfectly segues into our next topic, which is the main event of the evening tonight. Brother, should Canelo Alvarez finally take on David Benavidez Cinco de Mayo next year? Adam?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, you should. But, I mean, obviously he should. But is he going to do it? Like, fucking the $200 million guaranteed is fucking insane, dude.
No. For him actually asking that amount is absurd.
Yeah, he's always.
And I'm like, come on, dude. It's like, dude.
That fight needs to happen. And, I mean, Canelo could win the fight. I don't see him stopping Benavidez, but he could win the fight. That is a 50-50 fight because Canelo didn't look, his skill wasn't going down. His killer instinct, yeah, that was going down, but his skill was still there. Did you see a flaw in his game, or did you see something going down? His timing is still there. His punching power is still there. His speed is still there. His defense is still there. The reflexes is still there. I don't think that it's that easy of a fight for Benavidez. When people say, "Oh, Benavidez is going to knock him out,"
that's the point. And then I hear Canelo fans, "Oh man, Benavidez, oh he looked terrible," and I'm like, "Then what's the problem?"
Yeah.
Then what's the problem?
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, you and I are in agreement, Adam.
Yeah.
Because we both see this fight as, if not a 50-50 fight, I would have to give Canelo the edge.
Yeah,
because of the style matchup.
Yeah, if you really look at it, Canelo stopped a lot of the 175s that he's fought, except Bivol. And the first outing out for Benavidez at 175, he couldn't hurt him. You could see the size advantage, and he couldn't carry his power up to 175. If Canelo was smart, he should just make the fight at 175 because you're not dealing with a guy that carries his power at that weight. 68, yeah, he carries his power. That's his fighting weight. But it'd be strategic for Canelo to blow him up.
Now, here's the reason why, and I'm going to remind this of you guys, why Canelo's not making this fight happen. Because look, and this is why I love having Adam on the show. He's got the mindset of a fighter, right? And like we just talked about, some of our dear friends that we know on the club level, these guys have the mindset that you just to step foot in the ring, you've got to be brimming with confidence that you think you're going to whoop anyone's ass on any given day, that it's at the very least going to be competitive, right? So you can't tell me that Canelo doesn't believe that he could whoop Benavidez's ass. This is Canelo Alvarez, guys.
Yeah.
He truly believes he's the big swinging dick in the room every time he steps in the ring. And if you paid him enough, he would probably move up in weight and take on Alexander Usyk. Now, would that be a wise idea? Hell no.
No.
But you can't tell Canelo Alvarez that. So why is he not taking on this fight? And Anthony Mazzano reminds us. He said,
What?
Joe, but you always say this to me, that if Canelo doesn't like you, he's not going to justify giving you the biggest payday of your career. And I don't think he gets along with David Benavidez. He doesn't get along with his entire family. And look, and Benavidez, to be honest, he hasn't exactly gone about it the right way, has he?
No. I mean, he went to the way of the old school of, I'm going to talk trash, and I'm going to talk trash so much to you that you're going to have to give me the fight because the public's going to demand it. But it's like Canelo is the kingmaker, and he goes, I don't care what the public demands. It's what I want. So you're kind of fucked in that situation because everybody wants it. You want it. Everybody else wants it. But this is the only man that can allow it to happen, and you just pissed him off.
That's it. And you just pissed him off and disrespected him in front of everybody. Now, once again, you know the Benavidez family, and I do too. And that's just the way they roll.
Yeah.
Like they're such sweet people in the background, right? They're such good guys. And I love Jose Sr., Jose Jr., as well as David. But in public and before a fight, they will, it almost seems like they truly believe that it helps them in the ring if they carry around this chip on their shoulder where they make you a mortal enemy in the buildup and before the fight and during the fight. And then afterwards, they're back to normal.
Yeah.
But that's not serving him well, obviously, in this situation. Like, to get a fight with Canelo, you've got to kiss the ring. You've got to ask him nicely. And I know people find that really difficult to believe, but guys, I'm gonna pull back the curtain and let you know what actually this is all about. For all intents and purposes, on fight night, okay, all the false bravado at the weigh-in, the press conference, all that horse shit, that's for the fans and the media. That's for the benefit of those guys. But in reality, you guys are business partners. When it's a venture that's this much money involved, you're business partners. Okay? And that's the way Canelo's looking at it. Why do you think he didn't give? And were you there in San Antonio at the Callum Smith post-fight press conference?
No,
when
I wasn't.
Demetrius Andrade, I was right there standing next to him. And Demetrius, I'm like, oh no, don't do that, brother. Don't. And Demetrius is like, hey, when are you going to fight me, man? And that was the famous meme press conference where he's like, hey, get the F out of here, man. Get that. You're a terrible fighter. How well did it work for Boo Boo Andrade in getting that fight? And they were with DAZN.
Fucking Demetrius Andrade's whole career has just been terrible, to be honest. It really has. He is one of the just under everybody would always just say, oh yeah, he's a boogeyman. People don't want to fight him. People don't want to fight him. It's like, no, he was never that guy to be to that point, and he had never taken a big fight until Benavidez, and Benavidez knocked him out. That was his only big name ever, and And it took
well,
him. It took him 20 years to get to that point.
Yeah, well, you know as well as anyone, Adam, that, and this is why I can't stand when fans bring up the resume argument. Look, your resume is contingent upon opportunities received.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is determined by who you sign with.
Yeah.
Okay? Promoters. I'm sorry, Adam. Are we boring you? No. It's guys, forgive Adam. He's been up since what, 5:30?
Yeah.
It's Monday, brother.
Yeah, dude, Mondays are so bad because we got 2 days of fucking mail to give out. So Mondays are
So there you are, guys, in terms of why this fight more than likely may not happen. Now, look, if the Benavidez clan and Samson Lukowicz actually met with Chepo and Eddie and Canelo and said, look, guys, I don't know what the problem was, where the breakdown was, but we sincerely apologize. But let's do this. This is the biggest money fight that we can both be a part of, and we would appreciate that opportunity. What can we do to help smooth things over? If they actually set up a private meeting behind closed doors and did it that way, you can't tell me that Canelo would be open to staging that event.
Well, I mean, also, the Turk's gonna have to be involved too in that.
Why?
He's the money guy.
Look, Canelo would not stand firm on this. Look, I'll tell you exactly why Canelo said $200 million. He was trying to promote a fight with Jaime Munguia. And honestly, I would have done the same thing if I were Canelo. Because everyone was asking about Benavidez. And he's like, wait a minute. This is a press conference for Jaime Munguia. Why do you guys keep asking me about David Benavidez? You know what? Give me $200 million and I'll fight him tomorrow. But until then, shut up, guys. Quit asking me about him, because you can ask me about Jaime Munguia, fine. But if you keep on asking me about David Benavidez, I'm not gonna sit here and keep answering your questions. Next. I would have done the same thing. Adam?
With that being said, do you think the Turk's going to be more like a sanctioning body where they just kind of like, they want to be involved in every type of big fight? Like, the WBC, Canelo fucking disavows the WBC, and then all of a sudden WBC comes by and kisses the ring, and then they have a special belt for Canelo. Do you think the Turk's going to be... Do you think the Turk's going to sometimes be that type of guy?
Well, look, and Canelo post-fight, someone asked him, hey, what do you think about Terrence Crawford and Turki Al-Sheikh calling you out on social media post-fight?
You mean Kendrick Lamar?
What did he say?
Kendrick Lamar and Turki Al-Sheikh.
Kendrick Lamar. And so what did he say? What did he say? No comment. Dude, once again, they're going about everything the wrong way with Canelo. He just proved that he doesn't need them to make money. They need to rethink things and say, you know what? It's not going to do any good calling out Canelo publicly. Yeah. All it's going to do is piss him off. Yeah. People need to realize that, guys. Look, I can't be the only person in this business who knows this.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, what are we doing here? Chingao, man, I need to sit down with Jose Sr. and Samson. And I need to be the mediator. Like, if that's what it takes to make this fight happen, you know what? I'm down. I will do it for absolutely nothing. Just to give the fans this fight. I'm going to reach out to Samson tomorrow. Shit. Because honestly, someone needs to talk some sense into these guys. This is the fight that everyone needs to see, damn it. Because once again, do you realize how long it takes to cultivate these matchups into fruition in boxing? Because once again, it's not the NFL. We don't have the luxury of built-in matchups. Like, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, Adam, we already on the schedule, we get to face the Eagles twice, the Giants twice, the Skins twice. And yes, I'm going to call them the Redskins. I'm still not going to call them the Commanders.
No.
All right. So those are built in. We have decades of history that you can guarantee those. Those are already on the calendar. And if you're a baseball fan, you know that the Red Sox are going to play the Yankees 14 times every single year.
Yep.
That's guaranteed. You can't say that in boxing because we promote individual talent. First of all, do you realize how long it takes and how much money is involved with trying to cultivate a star to the level of Canelo Alvarez? And then you have to try and cultivate a matchup, and it has to usually happen organically.
Yeah.
And so when it does happen organically, you're not going to give the fans that matchup? You're going to pull a Riddick Bowe? The fans deserve better. If you want them still to hang around the sport and to financially support their beloved boxing, you guys have to give them what they want. And so to not give the fans this matchup, then you are basically spitting in the face of everyone who made you a big, big star. That's what pisses me off the most. And to think that these guys haven't figured this out yet is just a real head scratcher, Adam.
Yeah. Like what you were just saying right now about to marinate in a fight and to make somebody an actually big star, in layman's terms, if you really think about it, you have to learn it to become a big star. You have to have the ability. You have to have the actual physical ability, the skill, everything that, and then also on top of that, you have to have the looks. And then on top, or not really because Pacquiao, but on top of that, but on top of that, you have to learn a new language and able to become.
Well, look, and that's still not a guarantee.
What?
Okay, once again, here's the X factor, and this is what everyone in this business. Look, if there were a formula that you used to create big stars, everyone would be doing it.
I know,
but there is an X factor involved. If you check off all those boxes, Adam, that's still not a guarantee that people are going to embrace you and support you. Look, there is no formula. It just happens.
Yeah. But
it just happens, dude.
Is everybody with the ability has to learn a new language. Pacquiao didn't start popping off until he got on the talk shows and spoke his broken English.
And started singing terribly? Yeah.
Triple G didn't start popping off.
No, honestly,
he had his sound bites.
Honestly, I love it. I loved it when he would go in those. I always thought it was almost as entertaining as the fight itself. Max, come on. I mean, he's a good boy. I love that, man. That was so funny.
Good boy. He's a good boy. Basically, almost he was in like to an American, he's belittling him, but in what he thought was, oh, he's just a nice guy.
Yeah.
So we loved it. And then Canelo, as soon as he learns English, he turns into a fucking menace.
I will say this, man. Canelo learning English is the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
I love it.
Caleb, I take care of him for you. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay, Caleb. I take care of him for you.
I didn't like him because he beat up Ulysses Solis over a girl.
Oh, dude, I don't want to talk about that, my friend.
But after, like, I really deeply didn't like him at all. And then after, like, the sound bites, you go, oh, dude, that is very funny. I will say that. And then you kind of like to hear him, what he's got.
Yeah. Look. Oh, we want to welcome Team Batman Boxing to the show. Thank you for joining us, my friend, and thank you for always supporting Adam on this night. Jose Garcia, welcome to the show, sir. He says, I agree. First fight he lost to wait, what?
Thank you.
Oh, Canelo lost. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you, Jose.
And Heriberto. Beto, welcome to the show, sir. Welcome back. He says, I'm a Canelo fan, and I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alberto, he says, to be honest, Jose Benavidez Sr. might be holding David back. No way. No way. No, no, no. If he had a legitimate train, look, Jose Sr. is indeed a legitimate trainer.
Very good.
Ryo left RGBA, helped make him a world. Oh, and RG. Look, no. Look, you can't say any. Look, you cannot say anything negative about the job that Robert Garcia is doing with Ryo Valenzuela, but it has nothing to do with Jose Sr. That has nothing to do with Jose Sr. Jose Sr. is an excellent trainer, and he's an excellent motivator, and he's boxing through and through, guys.
Atlanta just scored and took the lead.
Dude, who are they even playing? This is Monday Night Football?
The Eagles.
Oh, hell yes. Come on, Falcons. Woo!
It's tied, though, at 21, but they're going to...
Where are they playing? Are they playing at Lincoln Financial or the Georgia Dome?
Lincoln Financial.
Holy shit. Are you serious?
Hey, you're going to steal one.
Thank you for keeping us updated, my friend. Hawker Mustang, welcome to the show, sir. Always appreciate your comments and look forward to seeing you on the chat. Yeah, Peacha says, Adam needs some sweet amber. And you know what, brother? This is during the work week, and we're trying to keep that to a minimum until the weekend.
I popped the boy open. Oh, hang on.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I'm completely sober, guys. Maybe that's why I'm a little grouchy. Maybe that's why I'm so hard on Berlanga right now. Who knows? Who knows, guys? But all I can say is thanks be to God, and I'm enjoying my sobriety. That's all. Alberto also says, Canelo is so petty, he'll never get Benavidez that fight just to spite him. Look, he's a smart businessman. And if you bring numbers and say, look, we know that this will be a huge success. Let's do this. And if you speak to him and show him that respect, then yeah, he'll be open to consider it. But if you keep talking shit during the media, discount everything that he's done as a professional, then yeah, he's going to tell you to go F yourself.
Yes.
That's it. And Hawker Mustang says, did Boo Boo retire? Not technically, not formally, but yeah, he's retired.
Good.
Look, and he can do that, right? Because how much did he get paid? Those exorbitant purse amounts, inflated purse amounts from Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
When he was trying to acquire talent from America. Yeah. He got paid $3 million rock to face, I don't know. I don't even remember. Chingao. But yeah, he's got enough money where he's fine. And Demetrius is a good guy. He and his dad both are good people. They don't live extravagantly. I mean, how can you live extravagantly in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, right?
20 minutes. 20 minutes to the other side of the state.
Now, I saw something. Boxing Lifer, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you for supporting Adam on this day. He says, I heard this morning that Haney priced himself out of the Paro fight. He wanted $4 million. Guys, we told you that this was going to happen. Now, Boxing Lifer, if you've been listening to this show, and I know you have, you can't be surprised at this now. Guys, we told you last year that this was going to be a big problem for Devin Haney. And this is why paying out inflated purses that far exceed a fighter's respective market value, it never ends well for the health of the sport. Now, once again, I remember fans telling me, oh, you're just hating on him, man. Let the kid make some money. Okay. Once again, I'm coming from a place where my only bias is the health of the sport. That's it. And Jose said, thank you for hanging with us, Jose. Come on, second fight, Triple G lost. Get the F out of here, Adam.
Wait, what?
Come on, the second fight, Triple G lost. Get the F out of here, Adam.
You said that. I gotta read these.
Jose Garcia. Dude.
No.
Oh,
No.
El Pincha says, is Adam Lopez Guatemalan?
No, I'm an American.
And there it is. And there it is. Okay, guys. And we haven't received Adam's comments. Hey, there's my brother, Toby Bartlett. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're geared up and getting ready for this big event on Saturday. Guys, we're going to do a special brunch with Thomas Schreiber on Wednesday. He's going to be coming to us live from London, and he's going to give us his thoughts and his take on the majesty of that event coming up this Saturday. Can you believe it's this Saturday already? Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be a terrific event, and honestly, I can't wait.
Atlanta
Boxing lifers like, we can only hope he retired. Oh boy. JD Spades is lurking. Welcome to the show, sir. Good to see you on the chat. He says the IBF 168 title is vacant. Who will number one contender William Skull fight? I already know this, guys.
Who?
Is Berlanga in the mix? No. It's Vladimir Shishkin. And that's Dimitri Salida's fighter. So they're going to be squaring off probably within the next couple months. It's going to be Skull versus Shishkin to determine the IBF 168-pound champion.
Congrats to Mr. Salida.
Yep. Congrats to Mr. Dimitri Salida, one of the good guys of this business. My brother Iceman. Welcome to the show, sir. He says Canelo's a superstar. All the stars were out. Even Bigfoot was in the ring with Canelo.
Oh, you saw that? Geico Caveman.
Oh, no shit. Really?
Yeah. Okay, remember back in like 2013 when PBC fighters, the Mexican PBC fighters came out with that fucking skeleton thing all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, that was a thing for Mexican fighters for PBC in like 2013. I hope the Geico Caveman is the next guy like that. Seriously, I hope that. Geico Caveman. Geico gave him like $1 million for that.
Oh, and the picture brings up also, guys, if you haven't seen the camp life for Jaime Munguia on Top Rank's YouTube page, check it out, guys. It is outstanding. And I can't wait to see Jaime Munguia on ESPN.
Jaime Munguia
and
Top Rank now?
What?
Jaime Munguia Top Rank?
Yeah, he signed a deal with Top Rank, a 3-fight deal.
Damn, I missed that.
So yeah, Zanfer, he's still with Zanfer Promotions. That's his primary promoter from Mexico. But they signed a co-promotional deal with Top Rank. They want to put him on a much bigger platform, and I can understand why. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him fight Bazinian. Yeah. Bazinian. Chingao. Bazinian. Oh shit. I get a kick out of that. I miss old Teddy, man. Just murdering all of those surnames. It's gonna be Emmanuel Augustus versus Bazinian. I miss that shit.
No one kept it. No one kept it as real as Teddy Atlas and Max Kellerman.
Oh gosh, no, perish the thought, man. Oh,
I love them.
I couldn't imagine Teddy Atlas coexisting with Max Kellerman.
That's the real. They should do a podcast where they just.
Hell no. Teddy Atlas would strangle Max Kellerman, because I tell you what, according to Emmanuel Stewart, it took every ounce of his being to keep from beating the shit out of Max Kellerman.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Because it's funny, and I maybe I shouldn't say all of this. I'll just give you the abridged version.
Come on, you already said that. Yay. What could be worse than that?
Yeah. Dude, what did I say?
You said that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No one in the chat believes it either.
Oh, Chingao. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm not going to repeat that because I'm afraid of getting flagged again. So shush. Be quiet. Yeah. So Emmanuel is like, man, it really pisses me off. Here, I've cultivated so many world champions, and the producers from HBO, they tell me to be quiet and they want to hear from the Golden Jew. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? They want to hear from the Golden Jew and not me? And so he hated that. Now, he got along with Max very well off the camera, and they were friends. But on the production, he hated Max because Max would always try to argue with Emmanuel. And there's one thing that you don't do is with a man as accomplished as Emmanuel Stewart, a legend in this business, the trainer of champions. Everyone knew better than to argue with Emmanuel. And off camera, Max would never do that. But then Max, yeah, look at that. He's getting tagged. Well, no, look, if you pay attention, he's blocking most of those shots. Yeah, with his face. And he would sit there and try to argue with Emmanuel. And Emmanuel told me, man, I tell you what, there's so many times that I wanted to put that motherfucker through the wall right there during the. And I tell you what, he's lucky. Man, if I were younger, me and Tommy, we would have taken him out back and just beaten the shit out of him just to make an example out of him. And that's what Emmanuel told me. And I'm like, holy shit. Well, it's a good thing you're not young anymore. But that's a true story, guys. He couldn't, and Max would do that all the time on the air. Just to get his goat.
Yeah.
Something tells me you've been watching this game the entire time that I'm telling that story, Adam.
No, it's already over.
Oh, really? Who won?
For Atlanta. Atlanta won 22-21.
Woo! I'll tell you what, man.
Number one in the division.
Huh?
We ain't far from being number one in the division. We're tied for number one.
Yeah. Well, what did the Giants do?
0, and they're lost. Washington Redskins lost. So Philadelphia and Dallas 1-1. We're tied for number one.
No shit.
Yeah.
So what did the Commanders do?
They lost too. You mean the Redskins? They lost.
Yeah, the Skins. Chingo.
Did you? I just read it today that the actual chief where they use the old Redskins logo, the family of the chief where they use the logo, the family wants his face to be the logo again.
A red fox?
Huh?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but the actual chief where they used his photo, they want the Redskin, the old Redskin logo to come.
Look, the only people that had a problem with the Redskins logo were people who don't even fucking watch football.
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate about this woke bullshit.
Yes.
It's like, look, ordinarily you wouldn't even be wise to it. You wouldn't even be offended with it. So why are you like there? Anyway, that's another show entirely, and that has everything to do with politics and not sports.
We're gonna have
talk
football
about that.
Hour next tomorrow.
No. We're gonna the closer it gets to the election, we're gonna have to do an all politics and election show, man. Because I have got so much to get off my fucking chest. Pardon my French. Alberto says you're gonna get flagged, Joe. Jews are off limits. Hey, the Jews. You know what's funny? You know what? You know, it's funny. You know, I was telling this joke to Rick Glazer because he's Jewish also, and I said, you know what they call raccoons, right? Adam, do you know what they call raccoons, right?
What?
Jews of the forest. Right.
Why?
with their hands, you know. Yeah.
Why?
They look.
Why
Jews? Huh?
A fly does the same thing.
Yeah, but they don't look like raccoons. So anyway, Jews of the forest, guys. Yeah, El Pincha's got the beat. Washington Redskins, Cleveland Indians, Chicago Blackhawks, my favorite logos of all time. That's right. And guess what? I had to change all the fucking names. What the hell are the Cleveland Guardians? Yeah, and JD Spades has the right idea. Washington Foreskins. Chingao.
That is very true.
So, yeah, JD Spade says, why isn't Jim Lampley doing play-by-play anymore? Miss him on Broad. Look, if you've heard Jim lately, and this is why, guys, if you must know, this is the primary reason. Well, not the primary reason, because I love visiting with all of you guys. But one of the many reasons why I do this podcast is to stay sharp between gigs, right? Because if you don't continuously keep your sword, keep your blade sharpened, you lose it. It's just like playing guitar, it's just like doing anything else. If you don't continuously work on it, you get dull. And have you heard Jim Lampley lately? Like, I can't even listen to his interviews anymore. They will actually ask him a question, and this is Jim. He's lost it, guys. This is Jim. I think Canelo's it just I can't listen to it. Now I'm like, this is not the guy I grew up listening to on HBO Boxing. This is not the guy from HBO Championship Boxing. Once again, if you don't do it, and it's been over a half a decade since he's been doing this. So that's the real reason, guys, why he hasn't gotten another big time gig. Because he's not the same. He's lost it.
Yeah, but even I probably get that, but I mean, when HBO went out of business and they stopped doing the boxing, why didn't he get picked up by another? Like, Showtime already had their people, but I mean, ESPN would have probably taken him or taken a look at him. The Zone, like, he didn't go anywhere else, which is kind of like the saddest what if.
Well, that's because no, that's because he was still under contract with
Even after they went out of business.
Yeah, he was still Larry and Max were still under contract with Disney, right? Disney, Warner Brothers. And so that's how Max got the dude, I'm trying to tell you. So that's how Max got the gig with ESPN.
Okay.
But Lampley and Larry, they didn't want to do ESPN. They didn't want to do Top Rank.
Wow.
They didn't want to do it. Right? They could have easily done that, and ESPN says, yes, that's fine. We'll roll with Joe Tessitore. He's a pro. And now that finally the contract ran out a couple of years ago, yeah, they lost it. No one wanted him. Larry he had a hard time even remembering who was fighting. Like, when's the last time you've heard Larry Merchant in an interview?
Not
like even towards the end, he would forget to pick up his mic.
Yeah, I mean,
he's over 90.
Larry Merchant is probably one of the biggest historians of boxing. I know Steve Farhood is very, very good on his history of boxing, but I think
that's what I'm saying, Hawker. Yep, that's what I'm saying, Hawker. He is very old. And they've lost it, guys. Once again, if you do not keep that blade sharpened, you lose it. It's just like playing guitar. And here, check it out. Just like my brother G Funky knows. Let me ask you something. So G Funky knows, if you don't continuously practice that guitar, keep your fingers in shape, you're gonna lose it. You lose it, right? Let me ask you something, dude. That's one thing I will never understand. It's like, come on, guys.
Yes, JD Spade Lurkin, historian. Rest in peace, Bert Sugar. Dude, I met Bert Sugar at Pacquiao versus Margarito, and it was the funniest thing ever because, like, these boxing people, they have crazy personalities. Whenever you would see like an ESPN classic show, you see Bert Sugar wearing his 1920s outfit, and you see him wearing the suit with the fucking hat and everything like that, like he's so from the 20s. And then when you see him at the actual fight, he's wearing the whole top. He's wearing the whole outfit, and then on the bottom, he's wearing fucking pajama bottoms with slippers with lobsters. I'm like, this guy is fucking insane. And then he was like, we were like, can I get a picture with you? And he's like, come on, let's fucking do it, guys. Come on, get your shit together. Let's fucking take this picture. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But he was classic, dude.
Yep, he
Kurt
was he
Sugar
was
was man.
he was boxing through and through, man. He was
Yes.
boxing through and
That
through, and
the
he loved the fight game. What
yes.
I'd like to know is what would be his thoughts on what boxing in America has transformed into.
Yeah. If
That's
boxing
what I
had
would like to know. Wait,
personality,
hold on. Hawker Mustang says, was Larry Merchant really an alcoholic?
yes.
Hold on. Adam,
Yes.
who in boxing isn't an alcoholic?
Very true.
And there it is. And there it is.
Yeah.
And Toby, yep, brother. So hold on, El Pinche. I'm gonna be bringing that up, brother. Hold on. I will address that in just a second. I'll give you my theory, and I don't know for sure, but I can pretty much guarantee just my knowledge of the business and these people. I can pretty much guarantee what happened. Let's see. El Pinche said, Joseph, if you could get rid of 3 boxing commentators, analysts, whatever, who would they be? Look, guys, I hate to say this.
The entire design
I hate to
staff.
say this. I have a lot of respect for everyone who does this because it's not easy. Let's see. I actually like Joe Tessitore, but guys, if you want that product to escalate to a higher level, because I'm sorry, Joe is a pro and he's very good at what he does, but his voice will always sound like second tier boxing. Now, let's just be honest. When he was doing the lead commentary for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 2 and 3, it didn't sound like a big event now, did it? It sounded like Friday Night Fights.
You're kind of right.
And every event he does sounds like Friday Night Fights, no matter how big the matchup is. And it always gives you a feel of second tier C-level fighting, boxing. And that's the problem. We need, so I understand, even though Jim Lampley's lost it, hey, give him a refresher course. Let him get back into shape and put him on the mic because his voice is synonymous with big time boxing. And that's the problem. Guys, in any entertainment field, perception becomes reality. It's the only place in life where perception quickly becomes reality. That's the reality, and that's what we need for boxing. We need someone who sounds like a big-time sporting event. Mm-hmm. That's part of what's missing, guys. Now, you can't tell me listening to the Amazon broadcast, Mamma Mia, that you can't tell me that sounds like big-time boxing.
He is pretty good, though.
He's not bad, but he sounds too much like WWE, if you ask me.
Well, that's where he came from, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like what's his face on DAZN, he's very good at directing traffic. Like most people who have never done this, they don't realize how difficult it is to have a commentator on your right, a commentator on your left, and you've got to direct traffic. That's what I do. And it's not easy. And our boy Brandon Walker found out the other day how difficult it is. Well, anyway, I'll tell you off the air. I think we already talked about this, didn't we?
I don't know. Not sure.
Anyway, I'll tell you off the air. I'm not gonna say that on the air, but guys, that's the problem. Todd Grisham is his name. I think he does a great job directing traffic, but he sounds like superstars of wrestling, WWE.
Mamma Mia. G-Funk.
Mamma Mia! Dude, come on. Who the hell says that when someone knocks someone?
Alberto is right. He does ham it up a bit too much. One of the other things I don't really like is I don't like it when he uses like rap or hip hop references. It's like
Chingao.
That's kind of lame. Like you're trying to like, Sometimes I don't even get the references.
Look,
But
one thing, you want to hear something funny? And what, and BJ, I really like Bernardo Osuna, and you know what? He's a great guy. And look, I will say this. I was saying Thomas and I were talking about it, and he's like, Thomas, it's hilarious, and he will never admit this on the air, so I'm going to tell you off the air. He says, Joe, one thing I can't stand is when a guy like, and I really like Bernardo. He's a good guy, but I can't stand him. He'll be speaking English perfectly, and then all of a sudden, when he pronounces an Hispanic surname, all of a sudden he turns into Julio Iglesias. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean, Thomas? Like, look at, and now coming up to fight is Juan Carlos Mini, and he starts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Thomas. He starts, and dude, I couldn't stop laughing. He's saying that Bernardo Osuna, he'll be speaking, just pronouncing everything perfectly, and all of a sudden he has to say Juan Carlos Mini Burgos, and he'll say it perfect Spanish pronunciation. And I'm like, well, Thomas, I do the same thing.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it.
But Thomas, he doesn't do that. He thinks that sounds odd to him in his ear.
Well, remember, Sugar Ray Leonard used to fucking call Chavez, and no one would correct
dude,
him.
Don't get me
no
started
one would
on
correct him.
Dude, don't get me started. Yeah, he'd put the accent on the last syllable, right?
It says Chavez. He would
Julio
just
Cesar, Julio Cesar Chavez. Now, look, don't get me started on Sugar Ray's dialect. Because, dude, in what version of the English language does a jab have 2 syllables? Only when Sugar Ray would talk about it, right? Now, he's got to pump out the jab. So, wait a minute. How do you spell that, Sugar Ray? Jayab?
Jab.
He's got to stop pumping out the jab.
Okay. Hawker goes, how about Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan is very good at his sport. I don't think he can do boxing.
No, dude. Look. This is what, if you want to know what boxing needs to escalate to we need someone who also has a really, really popular podcast to become a color commentator for boxing. I tell you what, Michael Shaw has the beat. Welcome to the show, sir. I miss Bobby Ches as well. Bobby Ches was awesome. And you know what? He and Steve Albert were my favorites on Showtime. I loved Steve Albert and Bobby Ches. Oh my gosh, Hawker Mustang. Tuesday night fights, baby. Sean O'Grady did a great job, man. I love that dude. Oh, but I tell you what, Ferdy Pacheco, he's kind of an asshole.
Kind of fucked up. Some fucked up shit. You ever seen him on the HBO documentaries? He was just saying some fucked up shit all the time.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of a dickhead.
Oh, Chingao.
He'll just be like, yeah, Frazier, he had one eye. He's pretty stupid. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. One of the greatest fighters ever. You just say, yeah, he's just flat out. He's just stupid. He wasn't a smart guy. It's like, all right.
Yeah, he's an asshole, isn't he?
Yeah.
No. Iceman, Mad Chad can be dude. No. Look, I'll be honest. And I like Mad Chad. Yeah. He's a cool guy. But I remember one time I was just flipping through YouTube, right? And I was like, I saw some people who were, saw some guys who are extended family members in the chat, and I was going to stop it and say hi. And I clicked on the link, and all of a sudden I heard Mad Chad go, "That was a wah. That was a wah." And I'm like, what the fuck is a wah? And then he was talking, oh, yeah, that Sergey Derevyanchenko fight with Jaime Munguia was amazing. That was a wah. And I'm like, oh, he's trying to say war. Okay, got it. So, no, he would not make an excellent commentator, Iceman. But no, that's funny, though. That was a wah. Can you imagine that? That was a wah.
Yeah. Also,
Chingao, dude.
Mancini wasn't bad either.
Boom Boom Mancini? Oh, yeah. Chingao. That was a wow. Oh, dude, I swear. I'm like, what the fuck is a wah? No, but Boom Boom Mancini, look, I love Boom Boom Mancini, and Ray's a great guy, and one of the most affable, friendly guys that you will ever meet. But his knowledge of the fight game is surprisingly not that good. Maybe I'm being a little too critical, but it just isn't that good. Oh, dude, Al Bernstein, are you kidding me? Dude, this is a guy who's never gotten better. All the decades that he's done it, his knowledge of the game still is very minimal. And Al Bernstein, who the hell during a prize fight? Oh my, who says that when they're watching a prize fight and doing commentary? Adam, have you ever heard anyone else say, oh my, dude, he sounds like Snagglepuss. You remember from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons?
Yes, the gay pants.
Exit stage lefty then. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Yeah, that's Al Bernstein, man. He sounds a little light in the loafers. Now, I will say this. Alberto, Colonel Bob Sheridan. Yeah, he was a powerhouse. That guy could actually hold up the entire broadcast by himself.
Yeah, he called my pro debut.
Yeah, he's always been excellent. And this is what a warrior he is. He just finished having heart surgery, I think the day before or 2 days before he went on the air, and he went ahead and went through the broadcast and never skipped a beat.
He had heart surgery, never skipped a beat. Nice. That's a joke right there.
You just got that, huh? You just got that, huh? Look, JD Spades, look, brother, you know what? No, I swore off drinking, guys. I'm not going to be drinking any longer. Yeah.
That's until we.
G Funky Bug, this is a very important punch. Pay attention to this. Al Bernstein.
Lifer, dude.
Look, I'm sorry. Al Bernstein sucks ass, guys.
Look, Boxing Lifer just said Sergio Mora has grown on him. Just
look, look, hey, stop. I love the Latin Snake. Sergio is a great guy. And he's a friend of mine. So I have nothing negative to say about Sergio. He's a great guy. Now, Chris Mannix, though, on the other hand.
He does not know how to judge a fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, he still doesn't know what the fuck he's looking at. Dude, stick to the NBA, homie. But look, I'm sorry. Ferdy Pacheco is an asshole. He's an asshole. Yes, he's an asshole. But you know what, man? I might have to get the shot glass out, man, and just, we're already 93 minutes in, brother. Do you want to call it a night and reconvene tomorrow after the Ronnie Shields show with J.R. Bell? Tomorrow night, Adam? Are you free tomorrow night for about 30 minutes?
Yeah, I could do 30 minutes tomorrow.
Yeah, because we haven't even gone over your thoughts on the co-main event or Rolly Romero.
Fuck that fucking dude.
Oh, dude, I could tell you some stories about Rolly, man.
I didn't really care for that. I thought the Caleb Plant, he really he got buzzed a little bit, and he came back, dude. That was great. He didn't show like he had been hurt against Canelo.
Wait. Who are you talking about?
Caleb Plant.
Oh, Caleb Plant. Look, guys, let's talk about all of this tomorrow after Ronnie Shields show, okay?
Sounds good.
Because once again, I don't want to get started and then it's already past 11 then. And we're already 94 minutes in. Yeah, Toby, I know. Joseph Voss drinking until something in boxing. You know what? Is that really the trend? Have you guys noticed that? Is that the trend, Adam?
I know, yeah.
I think Adam's just a terrible influence on me. That's what I think. And whenever he starts drinking,
you know what it is? If I have a beer, that's often. But when I have a beer and I put this I put the camera on, I put the fucking shades on, my fucking alter ego shows up, and we start talking.
Woo!
Once you see it, you go, you know what? I'm gonna have some fun. That's what you do. That's
Yeah,
what you do
yeah,
every time.
I know, brother. And once I see it, I can't unsee it, and that's just the way it goes. But I tell you what, let's save that for Saturday, though, on our post-fight Anthony Joshua show. You want to do that?
I'll do that.
Yeah, but tomorrow, let's finish getting your thoughts on this pay-per-view and where each fighter goes from here. Because the only one we talked about was Canelo. Well, we kind of talked about Berlanga,
Yeah.
but not really. I told you that I think the only fight maybe he deserves is one with Trevor Magumby. It's Gumby, damn it. So, yeah, but hold on. Listen to this. Hawker Mustang says, we sound really negative. Brother, we're boxing fans. Dude, really?
P. Diddy and Cuff, we celebrate.
Oh, shit. All right. That on that note, yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Is he really in cuffs now?
No, dude. He's rich.
That says it all. That says it all. Guys, Adam, your parting shots for our listening audience this evening.
And nothing ever happens.
I'll tell you what, Adam, I'll tell you what, it's always a joy, man, to share the air with you, my friend.
So he just for what? It's not for all the shit that he did.
Dude, you're still talking about P. Diddy?
Yeah, we're talking. Everybody's going off in the chat about P. Diddy, bro.
Well, dude, save it for tomorrow night, man. Come on.
He got picked up by the feds. Get out of here.
Come on out. Hey, your parting shots, and please don't mention P. Diddy. I don't want to get flagged, brother.
All right, I'll mention Puff Daddy. No, I mean, parting shots. It was a good night of fights. The main event on the UFC was good. The fights were great. Canelo, Rollies, Plant, they were all very good fights. What do you call it? Whatchamacallit got out by the skin of their teeth, dude. Fulton. Carlos Castro.
We'll talk about that tomorrow night because I want to get into that. And I've got a bunch of questions regarding that fight as well as his future in the featherweight division. So we'll save that for tomorrow night, guys. On behalf of the incomparable Adam Mantequilla Lopez, I'm Joseph Herron. You've been listening to War Week Boxing. Have a great evening, everybody.
W.A.W presents Big Time Boxing USA on War of Week Radio.